into the southern Caribbean.
Alrighty, here we go.
U.S. forces
Push it,
launched what the defense official calls a precision strike against a vessel from Venezuela.
It was filled with drugs, the official says, and operated by a narco-terrorist organization. Charlie Dagler is at the Pentagon with the details. Charlie?
More details coming in this afternoon, Maurice. The strike announced this afternoon by the president comes at a time of unprecedented military buildup near Venezuela. It marks the first of its kind so far, and the administration warns this is just the beginning. Video posted by President Trump shows the moment the boat was struck. He claimed it killed 11 members of the Venezuelan gang trained in Aragua, and that the vessel was an international waters transporting drugs towards the U.S.
We just over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat.
Ooh.
And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that. It just happened moments ago.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio, traveling to Mexico City, posted the boat was operated by a designated narco-terrorist organization out of Venezuela.
Where's your source?
The administration recently doubled $50 million for information leading to the arrest of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, linking him to a drug cartel. The Pentagon
here we go again.
has been surging battleships towards the coast of Venezuela. It includes 2 destroyers, a guided missile cruiser, and the Iwo Jima with more than 2,500 Marines on board, capable of launching fighter jets and helicopters off its deck, specifically designed to move large numbers of forces on shore if needed. On Monday, President Maduro called it the greatest threat to the continent in 100 years, and in response, he's deployed 15,000 troops to the border.
We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time, and we just these came out of Venezuela, and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela.
Oops, my bad.
That list of military assets we just showed on the screen.
Here we go again, guys.
What does this kind of build up?
Mexican.
Yeah, John, this is the biggest military buildup they've had in that region for 3 decades. And whenever the Pentagon sends that much military hardware to an area, especially that area,
here we go again.
Called force package. What are they designed to do? So you look at the 3 destroyers.
Bring it on, big boy.
The missile launchers, the cruiser missile launcher, the Iwo Jima, 2,500 Marines.
In prison, part 3.
Whether this is about optics, you haven't sent in the defense. This is the offense.
Okay, Charlie Dagler at the Pentagon tonight. Thank you.
Now to the president's use of the military here at home. He said today he will be sending the National Guard to Chicago and Baltimore with reinforcement.
It is not if he said, but when. Nancy Curtis is at the White House.
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in.
After hinting as much for weeks, President Trump said point blank today he will deploy the National Guard to the Windy City.
Don't worry, compadre.
Chicago is a hellhole right now. Baltimore is a hellhole.
Uh-oh, my bad.
Crime statistics from this past long weekend. 9 dead in Chicago, nearly 60 shot.
Come on.
When it comes to violent crimes committed per capita, Chicago ranks 80th in the nation.
No federal troops in the city of Chicago.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker have both begged the president not to send troops.
I refuse to pretend that any of this is normal.
Today, a group of military veterans and lawyers had this message for Guard members who get the call.
You're not alone in thinking that this isn't what you signed up for. You are not alone in questioning whether it's moral, just, right, or in this case, even legal to follow these orders.
Today's revelation comes 22 days after Trump mobilized the Guard to patrol Washington, D.C. And 3 months after he sent Guard members to help quell protests against his immigration raids in Los Angeles. In a scathing decision today, U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer said Trump's military moves in LA violated federal law, and that by expanding to more cities, Trump is creating a national police force with the president as its chief.
There was a lack of response.
Trump shrugged off the ruling, which the White House plans to appeal.
We're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country.
And Nancy, the officials in Illinois and in Maryland don't National Guard don't want this help, but the mayor of Washington seems to be softening.
Yes, John, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser initially railed against these efforts to federalize the city space, but today she signed an executive order that called on local officials to cooperate with federal law enforcement to the maximum degree possible. And notably, she did not give an end date, which opens the door for this arrangement to go well past the original 30-day deadline next week.
Why the apparent change of heart, Nancy?
Well, there has been a drop in crime here over the past 2
man,
weeks.
he's
President
getting
Trump
closer.
has talked about that a lot. But he was also threatening a complete political takeover of the city if Bowser didn't cooperate. And because the federal government has such a unique relationship with this city, unique power over this city, that was not an empty threat. So Bowser may not have felt that she had much choice. She did, however, request today that federal agents more clearly identify their agencies and stop wearing masks so that residents will feel more at ease with their presence here.
Nancy Cordes
That's
at the White
bullshit.
House. Thank you, Nancy.
Now, the
give
top
it
stories from around the world and tonight's evening news roundup. Chinese President Xi Jinping is hosting world leaders, including Russia's Vladimir Putin and North Korea's Kim Jong-un. Kim arrived on a train so heavily planted with armor, it reportedly moves on average just 37 miles an hour. The occasion here, China's largest military parade ever, marking 80 years since the end of World War II and showing solidarity by America's chief adversaries.
A five-alarm fire broke out in downtown Baltimore today. A vacant 4-story building went up in flames. The fire was so large, train service was suspended in the area.
Choo-choo train.
Yet on how the fire started.
Two United Airlines jets bumped on the tarmac in San Francisco last night. A Denver-bound plane clipped the tail of another United jet while pushing back from the gate. No one was hurt.
And a decade after food giants Kraft and Heinz merged, they're split. One company,
split.
Elevation, will focus on sauces and spreads, including Philadelphia cream cheese. The other, North American Grocery, will carry staples, including Oscar Mayer hot dogs and Lunchables.
Oscar Mayer hot dogs.
We have an update on the shooting death of an 11-year-old boy in Houston after what's being called a ding-dong ditch prank. The man who allegedly shot the boy has now been charged with murder.
The police say the suspect went after the boy and shot him in the back.
Okay, now
after
that's
the
just
child
wrong.
knocked on his door and ran. We know more now about the suspect, including what the police found in his house.
Here we go again,
and his
guys.
car. Karen Wah is in Houston.
42-year-old Gonzalo Leon Jr. was arrested in
Has to be a Hispanic, guys. My race.
Leon appeared in court today for the first
Come
time.
on.
Police say the suspect
And this is why it makes it look bad for us Hispanics.
in this East Houston neighborhood. The boy's 10 and 11-year-old cousins were knocking and ringing doorbells late Saturday night. After Guzman knocked on Leon's front door, police say Leon shot the boy in the back and killed him.
They weren't out being bad kids. They were doing a few slight nods and running and giggling and hiding around the corner.
Sergeant Michael Cass is the lead detective on this case.
They're really petite, small kids. There's no way any homeowner could think or believe that these were grown men trying to harm anybody.
The game already knows me.
Along with smoke grenades.
The person that we have in custody in the rest of the was waiting in the backyard watching the attack. After they knocked, they just ran way down the street, almost a block away, to look back, and they see they're being followed by an unknown man.
Cass says Leon has a prior history of threats. Police say they found the suspect and his wife at a location east of Houston. Do you think this man tried to escape?
I don't know if they're going to try to leave town, but in my opinion, it's weird that the day that we're coming to serve in a restaurant, your car's packed and you have a 3-day stay at a hotel room outside of Houston.
Now, there is a bond hearing confirmed for the suspect tomorrow. And as for the boy's family, his mom says in an online fundraiser, she wants justice for her son.
Karen Wah in Houston, thank you.
Still here on CBS News. New secondary barriers are coming.
Yeah, but the guy didn't have the right to do that.
From hijackers.
And we'll have the story.
I'm Carter Evans in Los Angeles.
Oh, you gotta be kidding
In
me.
January, there are people who save their homes and save their home. Now, the biggest fire department in the county is saying that may be the best option for some. That's tonight on In America.
again how it all began 62
There you
years
go.
ago tonight.
We'll do that instead. Grandpa.
Yes, sir.
If you have wet AMD or DME, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. And/or condition doesn't have to stay the moment. Long-lasting Clear HD delivers powerful vision improvements.
Come on, big boy. Let's
Your
dance.
vision for the future. Clear HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helps at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections.
Uh-oh.
after the initial monthly treatments. Don't take Eylea HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, redness, or are allergic to it. Eye injections like Eylea HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye, or increased blood pressure, and an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke. There's still so much to see. Ask about next generation Eylea HD, a treatment retina specialists trust.
Your home is your happy place until you come back to bad odors. Use Febreze plug-in. It has a microchip that alternates between 2 scents to fight odors and provides
One moment.
freshness